morning, everybody. This is Johnny S with another R6 vlog. A little bit of an intro about me. I'm a 44 years old guy, married with a kid, 7-year-old boy, living in Greece, Athens, Greece. Grew up in Australia, hence why we're speaking in English. And we got a YouTube channel, mostly bike content and others. And today's topic, we're going to discuss about how I hate dentists. Fuck, I hate them. There's no easier way to say it. I don't know if I'm gonna call it I hate doctors. Yeah, I hate dentists, sorry. Don't wanna have any trigger words. Lol. So I know that there's many people that don't have a problem with dentists. To me, it's one of the worst things. And it is evident because it's not a general thing. It's not like that I don't, that I have a problem with other doctors in general, but dentists, oh Jesus Christ. And a big reason for this is again due to life experiences. So I'm going to share one of these life experiences that I had, and I had many more, but this is the most tragic one that has, let's say, marked for life. The reason why I wanted to do this video is because I was having a discussion with some of my work colleagues at work one of these days, and I remember that story and I told them. And I thought, why not make a video? It's quite busy today. I can see that. And people driving a little bit silly, as always. They're doing something this way. Okay. So let's get straight into the topic, so I don't waste people's times. There have been many cases where I've done operations, whether that's a hernia operation, whether that's a cyst removal, and I don't have a problem as far as the procedure goes. And even after the procedure, in the sense of tolerance to pain. If I do swear today, it's going to be because of the fucking wankers on the road. I can really see that they've smoked some weed today, some hardcore. We say in Greece, "Τι καπνείς και δεν μας δίνεις," which means what are you smoking and you're not giving. Hey doggo, hello little doggo. Hilarious. So in general, I'm quite tolerant to pain when it comes to other body parts besides the teeth. When it comes to the teeth, 600-year-old guy driving the car, he's one step away from being mummified. Fucking idiot. There's little parentheses like that. You're gonna hear many of these comments. I'm not in the mood today, and I say that the wankerness is quite on a high level today. They've turned the dial of moronicness up. We say in Greece another saying, I laugh so I don't cry, which is true. I laugh so I don't cry. So yeah, just to give a comparison, I had an operation which was a cyst removal from my backside. Cop eyes! That guy's gonna hit the other guy. What a fucking dumb fuck. Just to do a comparison, and then I'll say my experience. Let me open it up. My throat is really bad today. Anyway, so I had a cyst removal, and I went to a doctor, a surgeon that was recommended to me by somebody else, and they're good, and they're this and they're that. They're fucking idiots. And I told him I want to do a cyst removal from close to the backside, and he told me, hey, look, you're going to do an open surgery. There's not going to be any stitches and everything, because it's going to be better for you when it comes to driving a bike. And he was saying all this shit. I told him, you know, how long is it going to take to heal? 2-3 months. Dude, the fucking cyst removal was the size of a pitch. What the fucking idiot didn't tell me is that it's not 2-3 months. It's almost fucking half and more over half of a year. First of all. Second of all, he didn't tell me that because there was a big round circle like a pitch, somebody has to continuously clean it. You know what I mean? And because I could not, both money-wise and time-wise, I did not have the thing to go to somebody to do it, like a doctor. My wife did it, which was fucking Jesus Christ. First of all, disgusting for my wife. Second of all, I did not want her to see me like that. And third of all, it was fucking painful. But even to that thing, if you can imagine, I had no problem, you know what I mean? So that was basically an open wound. It was the size of a pitch, and my wife had to actually put the gauge in, and she had to clean it, and not just tamp it. She had to actually rub it, because on the wound there's a white thing that piles up. You have to clean that so that when it heals good. Otherwise, it's not going to heal properly. You have to do more surgery. So even though that my wife was putting oxygen, I was in Greece, and she was cleaning, I had no problem with the pain related to that. Obviously it hurt, you know. You have an open wound in your body, and somebody has to rub a gauze into it, you know what I mean? Like, okay, but I can take this type of pain, body pain, you know what I mean? When it comes to the dentist, okay, beautiful. Sometimes I stop talking when I open the gas, just to hear the gas. And to focus, obviously, but so that's a little bit of a comparison when it comes to, you know, some of the things that I've done, and to the fact that I can't take the pain, let's say. Now, as far as dentist goes, I cannot take I can't take shit. As soon as I hear, not even touch me, as soon as I hear the sound of those and all that shit, I can't fucking take it. I'm already numbing out. My brain is already like, what the fuck? And then as soon as they touch me, it's like, what the fuck, you know what I mean? And another problem that I have with the dentist is that they're all like, yeah, it's alright, yeah, it's alright. No, dude, when I go to the fucking doctor, I told him, I've got an issue when it comes to tolerance of the fucking pain on the teeth. Put some extra fucking anesthetic. No, it's like they're paying the fucking anesthetic. Jesus knows what. Like, put some fucking extra anesthetic, you know what I mean? There's only been one doctor, to the doctor that I'm going now. She's a lady doctor, and I told her from the beginning the usual shit that I say. I've got a problem when it comes to tolerance of pain in relation to my teeth. Okay, she goes, no problem. I didn't have to say anything else. And I went initially to do a cleaning, you know what I mean? A cleaning and an inspection to see what's going on. So she's doing the cleaning, and I'm not feeling anything as far as pain goes, you know what I mean? I'm not feeling anything as far as pain. So I was curious. At some stop, as you know, when she finished, I told her, you know, what did you do? And I was not feeling any pain. She goes, the reason why people feel pain when that slight pain, it's not exactly pain, but to me I say it's pain. I fucking hate it. That tinkling thing, whatever you want to call it, is because when you clean the tooth and you go close to the gums, that just creates that sensation. What I did to you is I put a numbing spray sort of a thing all over your tooth, all over your gums. And I go to her, is that an expensive? I was just asking questions because I'm fucking buff. I go to her, is that expensive thing? She goes, no, it's cheap. And I go, why do people don't put it? Yeah, because they cannot bother. Like, this was her response, and she's a dentist. Because they cannot be bothered and they do not associate with the customer's pain. Simple as that, full stop. So as soon as she said it like that, I thought, yeah, people are fucking idiots. I'm going through fucking pain because the other guy cannot be bothered to spray the fucking gums, rub them a little bit for 5 minutes. You are fucking idiots, you know what I mean? So to any doctor that does that, death to these doctors. Now, for the experience that I had, another time I had a pain in my tooth. So I went to another dentist. Now, I've got problems with my sinuses. I got huge sinuses. And to anybody that doesn't know what a sinus is, it's basically on the left hand side and the right hand side of your nose. There's these two like sacs of your sinuses. And they have, you know, they hold sometimes when you get sick, some like fluid. And if you have huge sinuses and a problem with your sinuses, then it's difficult. It's difficult when it comes to getting sick, recovering, especially if you're smoking also. Like I said, it's not easy. So I go to the doctor. She tells me, you know, you gotta do an x-ray. I do the x-ray. She gets the x-ray at hand, just like, you know, it should. She should. And she starts looking at my tooth. She goes, we have to pull it out. It's the back tooth. Okay, no problem. So we have to pull it out. And I might stop because it's a long story. We have to pull it out. She starts going at it. She's starting to pulling it. She's pulling it. Dude, she was fucking pulling for half an hour. You know, the tooth was not coming out. And I was thinking to myself, why aren't you looking at the x-ray again? And I told her at some point, I'll go, yeah, it is a little bit difficult. Yeah, she goes. She was fucking sweating over me. She was fucking anxious. And when you see your doctor being anxious, you get fucking worried. You're thinking to yourself, what the fuck is going on? If my doctor's worried, should I be worried? And I go to her, I got huge roots and stuff, and she goes, yeah, no problem, we'll do it. To the point that she's above me, she's sweating, her eyes are like fucking popped out. She's using forces, she's pushing up against my head in order to pull the tooth. Like, what the fuck? If it ain't coming out, something's wrong. She's pulling. At some point, she takes it out. She goes, let me get this other little piece. And I thought to myself, what the fuck? What piece is she talking about? So she broke the tooth, so she had to get the fucking root out. It was a fucking spastic process, you know what I mean? She takes the fucking tooth out anyway, and she goes to me, okay, wash your mouth, spit it out. I'll go to wash my mouth, spit it out, and as I'm doing that, I see that water is coming out from my nose. So as soon as I bend over to spit, water comes out from my nose. I turn around to her. I've never felt that before. I turn around to her and I go to her. There's water coming out from my nose. Is that normal? She goes, what? What? She panics. I was about to say to her, you fucking stupid bitch. What do you mean what? What? Are you fucking deaf? I've got water coming out of my nose. Is that normal? Like, fucking stupid bitch, man. Anyway, let's go here for a little bit. I've got water coming out of my fucking nose. Is that fucking normal or not? She goes, let's close the book. She goes, one second. She takes the x-ray, she goes to see it, and she says, what? Where my sinuses are, next to my nose bone, there's two dark circles. That's my sinuses. They're fucking huge. If a normal person's sinuses is supposed to be this much, my ones are like that. And as she puts the x-ray up, I could even see it. The roots of the tooth were going through my sinuses. That's how big the roots of my teeth are. So I've got strong roots, but like a fucking idiot, I don't take care of my teeth. If I was washing my teeth, I will have teeth for fucking ever. I've got very strong fucking roots. You know what I mean? Which is a good thing. And she looks at it and she goes, the root canal is communicating with your sinuses. Yeah, I don't know how to do this. You have to go to a dental surgeon because it's going to have, it's going to affect it. You're going to get, it's going to get like a virus, and then she go fucking panic. I thought to myself, Jesus fucking Christ, what a fucking idiot. I told my wife, she was sitting outside, we gotta go, I'll go to her thing. I tried to put my helmet was not closing because of all the fucking pulling, I was swollen up. I'll put the helmet on, I'll go to the fucking, in Athens here, to another guy that's very well known. And the money and the cost and the fucking worries and all that shit, you know what I mean? I go to that guy, he looks at it, he goes, who the fuck did this to you? I go to him like, I don't know. Did you go to a fucking butcher or did you go to a dentist? He was laughing. I go to her. She was recommended to me. He goes, never again do you go there. And there's some, he goes, specialties where they're not dental surgeons, they're just dentists. That thing she should have straight away seen, and I told him, how should I know? He goes, no, it's not your fault. She should have seen that it was difficult. She should have seen from the x-ray the roots. And in general, some of these doctors, when they see crazy roots, long, twisted, whatever, sometimes the proper thing to do is for her to say, no, I'm not going to take charge of this. Of ownership. You should go to a dental. What she did to you basically, now he goes, is as she was pulling the tooth, there's little pieces of the tooth inside which have to come out, first of all. Second of all, she actually chipped part of the bone. Are you listening to what I'm saying? Part of the fucking bone from the top of your jaw. And obviously the sinuses. I stood there for 5 hours. The first step is he took a long thing, like a metal thing, he put inside, which literally burnt flesh, and he burnt the inside wall of my sinus to clean it. It smelled like fucking death, like burnt flesh. He did that. Pain. What the fuck? He burnt all that. He was sucking out fluids and shit. He cleans up the metal from the thing. He puts another thing which actually stretched my gum because there was not enough space for him to put the gum together and sew it up. And then he turns around to go and goes to be, now we're going to do the worst part. I thought to myself, what the fuck were we doing all this time? Now he goes, I have to grind the top part of your jaw. I go to him, why you gotta grind it? He goes, because when you chip a bone, bones become razor sharp. If I'm going to sew the flesh over it, it's just going to cut it from below. So we gotta round it up. Now you realize when the tool goes to your tooth, which is not connected to your bone, your whole head is shaking, and I hate that shit. Imagine now if a different tool has to literally grind down your fucking jaw. Now hold her head was like fucking Jesus Christ. It was like you put me on a fucking chainsaw shit. So he saw that down. He saw the thing down. He closed up the wound. And that was it. That was it, my friends. That was a fucking beautiful story of my teeth. And as you can understand, and there's other bad experiences as well, but that was the fucking worst. Just having that experience is like Jesus Christ, you know what I mean? Jesus fucking Christ. You not only you don't want to see a doctor, you don't want to see anybody in your fucking goddamn life ever again. You know what I mean? So silly doctors are able to fuck you up. And in my case, the bad experience I had are with dentists. And I was already in a bad thing because of my low tolerance to the pain. Not exactly the pain, to the fucking goddamn feeling. It's a fucked up feeling, you know what I mean? Already my tolerance is low, then you have these type of experiences and that's it. It doesn't take any much more, you know what I mean, to fuck you over. So yeah, this is the story that I shared with my colleagues. We're laughing our asses out now. Looking back at it, it's just like, oh, I mean, like, even the fact that I was trying to put my helmet in was not fitting. Ah, Jesus Christ. And I had to drive all the way to the other fucking guy. My wife is at the back of the bike and she was asking me continuously, how are you? I was not speaking all the way there. I got her like, I can't speak. I was just fucking pissed. I was pissed. Fucking moronic cars. They don't know how to make a little bit of a fucking room. Wankers. Anyway. So, I thank you everybody. Thank you very much for your time. I hope you have a good, awesome day. And we'll talk soon, my friends. We'll talk soon. Goodbye.